What is up, guys? It's Ivaldi, Sako, your host. I hope you're doing well. This podcast should be interesting. We're gonna be talking about what to do when you can't stop watching your phone. Like you kind of get this addictive feeling on your phone. When you can't stop going on social media, when you really feel the addiction. What you can do in the moment to be able to stop and go about your day the right way. What you can do also when you don't know what to do, when you don't know what decision to make. It could be in business. For me, it was in business. I'm going to be talking to you about this. And I think you can take this and implement it in your life in pretty much any decision that you want to make. And what you can do when you've been hesitating for too long. And also, I noticed something about Amazon. What Amazon was doing to have a better customer experience, and so you can take that and build a better business because of it, and so make more money. If you don't know me, my name is Ivaldi Sako. I'm an ex-personal trainer that was training a client of mine that was making 300k a month. We worked together, and so he teach me how he did that, and I learned a lot. I went on in business myself. I failed a lot. I learned a lot, and so I document here my journey, so that I help you also become a truly free and successful man. If that appeals to you, consider subscribing, joining the podcast, and I hope you spend some time with me here. I really appreciate you spending your time with me and trusting that I will deliver on my promises. So, first, basically what I do here on this podcast, if you're new, which you should be, I just document what I'll just go through during my weeks. So during this week, I was having a lot of trouble making decisions. So I don't know if I'm going to be talking about this. I think I'm going to be talking about first, when you're addicted. When you're addicted to your phone, when you're addicted to social media, when in the moment, you just catch yourself scrolling. You're just scrolling and scrolling, or you're just watching and watching, keeping getting more information in, maybe. Sometimes if you're an entrepreneur, you're just trying to get a lot of information out there, and it's just it doesn't really serve you, right? And you find yourself just needing more. I noticed that for me, at one point, I was just watching too many YouTube videos, and especially the YouTube videos right now, that they are just really engaging, to say the least. And so I watched a lot of these, and they have a lot of colors popping out, and so your dopamine it just gets completely messed up. And I actually feel that, I don't know if you feel that too, but at one point I just have, when I try to stop, because at one point I'm aware that I'm just that addicted, and so I just okay, stop. And I feel my brain, my prefrontal cortex just hurts. The front of my brain here, it just hurts. Actually, physically, it hurts. Now I'm a sensitive person, right? So I feel physically a lot of things. I feel kind of psychologically to a lot of things, but you feel that you need more. You feel that even your eyes, you just can't shut them anymore. Okay, I need some rest right now. You can feel it. And so what I did, and what I suggest you do too, if you are in this situation, is just close your eyes, because the amount of dopamine that you get with your sight, I think, is much greater than any other senses. At least this is a major thing that you get when you watch something, right? It's the sound is pretty cool, but the most of my it's just the watching. So oftentimes what I like to do is just listen to podcasts instead, listen to the podcast, like you might be doing right now, instead of watching them. Because when you watch, it gets you more dopamine. And I don't want to get easy dopamine, because the goal is not to train you to have dopamine like this easily. You want to do hard things and then get dopamine, so that you just it's actually worth something. If you just get used to have a lot of dopamine easily, you are not going to work hard to do something else with your life. So it's basically, what you want to do is close your eyes and breathe. Okay, and what I like to do is just like take like 5-10 minutes, just throw my phone away, just put it like really far away from you, not be able to check it again at the moment that you realize it. And when you realize it, you need to act fast. Like as soon as you get aware that you're just, oh my god, I'm consuming too much. Oh my god, I can't stop. Oh, you put your phone away immediately. It has to become a reflex, right? It has to be like an urgent an urgent move that you need to make at this moment. And it's actually urgent because you're gonna be wasting 2-3 hours more if you continue this road. So you want to put your phone away, close your eyes, sit down, breathe, and just meditate. Meditate for like 5-10 minutes. Just be aware of how you're feeling. Feel the hurt. It's okay. Feel it. Feel the suffering that you need, like the urge. Feel it. And just, you know, almost like I would suggest also you take a nap. When in the middle of the day, take a nap. It helps you reset a little bit. Like it's 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes nap. It just like, it actually helps you reset. Just close your eyes, be in silent, not be like, super, have a lot of information coming on, with your senses. See a lot of things, hear a lot of noises. Just remaining calm. Okay. You can, okay, take a moment to off of this. It's not gonna go away. It's cool. I can just be present and not be just like have this urge, because I could actually feel it in my brain. I could feel the hurt, and this is where I was like, okay, I need to stop that. I need to stop right now. And I often catch myself, just consuming too much information on YouTube. Right? I'm trying to think like, okay, it's gonna help me. It's gonna help my business. It's productive what I'm doing, but it's not really, right? Because you're just really not learning a lot, and you're mostly like just doing this just to, you know, you're just using this as a drug, basically. Like honestly, it's just what I do, and it's mostly like I think most people do that as well. Instead of drinking alcohol, I just go and numb myself, consuming content. That's what I do, because you have a hard decision that you need to take. For example, you have some thing that you are running from. You have a problem. You have some feeling that you don't want to feel anymore. You go on the internet and you just do what an addicted person does. You consume mindlessly. You do an action repeatedly, like you repeat an action that you know is not good for you, but you still do it mindlessly. And so I really think like just like having some boom instant move that you just train yourself to do immediately as soon as you get aware, as soon as you notice that you've been on this rut, boom, away. You put your phone away. If you can throw it, you have the money to buy another one. Just throw it far away. It's not practical, right? But like, just boom, you put it another way. Okay, fast actions, massive actions. Okay, you're certain that you need to know first before you get in this situation that this is a bad situation to be in, right? But most people are aware of that. So you just put away, reset. You breathe, close your eyes, take some moment off, and then you do another activity that has nothing to do with your phone, your computer or your TV or whatever thing you're consuming on, right? You just close your eyes, do something else. Maybe go take a walk outside. It just really helps, which I have actually done this week. But yeah. But the problem is that when you do this, when you do consume mindlessly and you just get addicted and you go for the easy, win. Okay, I go on social media right now, real quick, just to see what happens, right? Just to feed this curiosity, this little curiosity that you had at one point, because you're trying to run away from your main work, because it's hard, right? It's hard to go into it, and one of those hard things that you could be going into is having to make a decision, an important decision, or even decisions in general. I've been trying to make a decision in my business, all right? For my business. Well, okay, I had to choose between few different options, maybe too many options. This is why I had trouble also making a decision. I let myself basically too many options, right? But this is not the main thing. The reason why I couldn't decide. Well, I'm telling you how I discovered it. I was talking with my brother actually, and I was telling him about my struggle to make a decision. I've been like, bro, it's been like almost a week. I haven't been able to make a decision on that. Like this is like this like this is really major problem. How can I like? Do you have some ideas on that? Right? I asked him like some, what do you think about it? Do you have some ideas on how I could handle it? And so he gave me ideas. And for each ideas that he was giving me, here's my response. Mm, yeah. Oh, that could be cool. But if I do this, I'll have those kind of problems. Okay, but if I do that, I'll have to change some other things, right? So it's not practical. Oh, this is a great idea actually. But I don't know. I don't feel it. I would like to do this, but like it's gonna be too hard. It's gonna be too much work. And then I noticed, whoa, Ivaldi. By the way, that's my name. If I, you know, Ivaldi. What are you saying right now? What you are saying right now is just that you're just lazy. That's what I noticed. Oh my god, I'm just making excuses. I'm just making BS excuses. That's all I'm doing. I just don't want to face the fact that it's going to be hard. There's going to be like lots more trouble, lots more problems. And I'm trying to think my way into like all the problems immediately. Like notice he gave me an idea. I'm trying to think, okay, everything that could go wrong. All those things could go wrong. Okay, this is gonna be this kind of problems. Okay, this is gonna be that. And I just think myself through all the problems are going to be all the way down the line up until my goal, up until I achieve my goal. Right? Why? Don't think about the goal. Don't think about what could be going wrong. A lot of things could go wrong. Why would you just focus on that? I was focusing on the problems, just the problems. And I didn't focus about how great it would be if I can make this happen. I didn't focus on, okay, this is a great idea. I should maybe try it. Why? Because deep down, I was scared. I was scared of what? I was scared of suffering. I was scared of doing the wrong decision. And making the wrong decision basically just scared me. Because if I made the wrong decision, I would regret it later because I would have so much problems, so much suffering down the line because of this decision. I just didn't want to go through problems. I didn't want to go through suffering. I didn't want to regret my decision because I didn't trust myself being able to go that road and handle, excuse me, guys, and handle the suffering and handle the seeing, the actual realization that I'm not good enough. I just don't have the skills yet to make this happen. I have to learn a lot of more things to make this happen. I don't trust myself being able to grow. Maybe I just kind of switch into a limited mindset instead of a growth mindset, a mindset that makes me think and believe that I can actually grow and find any kind of solutions toward any kind of problems that would arrive. I was just trying to have some easy path. I was trying to look for the easy path, the easiest path. All right, this path is the one, and it's the good one, and it's going to make me rich. It's going to make me make millions and millions and millions of dollars. This is the one. And I'm not thinking about. I didn't want to face any struggle. once I realized it, I was like, okay, there might not be a better solution. I'm just running from pain. That's all I'm running from, because I've went through pain before. I was like, okay, I don't want that again, because I was focused too much on the result back then, and now too. But I'm just trying to shift back into trying to focus on the process of learning, of because those problems that I'm trying to run away from, this pain and this suffering, I'm trying to run away from. I'm trying to not face and find an easy path, is because just I'm scared of suffering and seeing my limitations. But I did not realize that those limitations, those problems, these are the signs of growth. These are the path of success. These are the struggles and the problems that are going to make me better. Either I didn't believe myself capable of becoming better, or I maybe didn't want to go through the pain to get better. I just wanted to get better just like that. Or maybe I didn't even want to get better. I just wanted the results without, the pain. Everybody wants to eat, but not everybody wants to hunt, right? That's I was being a lazy boy, a lazy ass boy. That's like literally. And so I just, okay. There's no there are best decisions that you could make. So I just put all the variables possible for the decision that I can make. I just laid down the information. Also, notice a pattern. I found the solution. I found my problem through externalizing my thoughts. I was talking with someone, right? So talk your problems out. Because if you stick your problems, if you stay in your head and just reflect in your head, nothing's gonna happen. At least for me, nothing never happens. Each time I just talk to someone, or I just try and just externalize my thoughts either on paper or on my phone, journaling, right? Just writing down my thoughts. What is my situation? What is my goal, right? What am I trying to get to, and why do I have this problem? And it all comes down to why. Okay, you realize why you have a certain struggle, a certain problem, and then you realize it's just like you're either afraid, you either have a limiting belief, or yeah, I think that's the main two uh, limitations that you have: limiting belief, or you're afraid of something. And usually, what you're afraid of is what you need to do. And so I'm afraid of going through struggle. I'm afraid of going through pain. I'm afraid of doing all those things. Yet, it's the exact thing that I need to do. Like, it's like this in no other way that I will grow. And so I just laid down my possibilities, all the decisions that I could make. Okay, I like this one better, and that's it. You make a decision. You just you commit, and then you trust that you will figure it out. Because if you know why, also I write down why I made this decision. Right? You need to build. Okay, you have a decision that you want to make. You take the decision, you make this decision, and you write down why. Okay, it needs to have a lot of reason why you make this decision, because it has to be good in some way. So you need to find good things about the decision that you want to make. You find those reasons. There has to be some logic to it and some emotions to it. I don't know about emotions, but I mostly wrote down logical things, right? Okay, this decision is the great decision for me right now at this moment, and this is the only thing that matters. I'm not trying to make the best decision in the world. I'm trying to make the best decision that I can make right now with the information that I have right now, because I was trying to have all the information in the world. I was trying to just go on the internet and just explore every possibility that I could have, right? But this is not the way, because you could just do this forever and not make a decision. So you make a decision with the little information that you can get as fast as possible. All right, you got those infos, right? Okay, cool. This info, okay, boom. You have this data, and you just make a decision with it. And you write down why you made that decision. You write it down, and you just don't lose this piece of paper or just the document on your phone or your computer. And this is how you build massive certainty. Because if you don't have massive certainty that this is the right course of action, you're not going to go through and apply it. You're not going to go through and just take action on this. And so you need to make the decision, commit, build massive certainty, and then take massive actions toward it. You just, boom, decision, massive certainty, massive actions. And then it just fixes your problem. And you commit, and you assign a new meaning to suffering, to problems, to all the struggles that you are going to have. You describe the meaning of, okay, this is the correct way of progress. This is the correct path to my goals. This is the only way I'm going to grow and be able to achieve my goals. Without doing this, I'm never going to be able to grow and become the person capable of achieving my goals. And so if you have this meaning assigned to the struggle, to the pain, to the suffering that you need to have and you need to go through daily, then it becomes easier to make this decision. It becomes easier to stick to the decision, because this is what you want to do. Like, at the moment that you're working hard, and you feel pain. You feel like actual suffering. Like, you feel like, whoa, it's hard. Can I make this happen? And then you realize, okay, the meaning of that is that you're actually on the verge of making progress. You're actually on the point of becoming better, upgrading your skills, upgrading your endurance to suffering. And these are all character traits of winners. These are all character traits of people that are going to win, are going to succeed. Well, sorry guys, the mic is falling down, up. If you saw the setup that I have, you would really laugh. Okay. So yeah, this is how I was able to make a better decision, because it was really daunting on me. I'm really I'm a scared man, to be honest with you. At the core of my foundation, I'm a really scared guy. I'm scared of suffering. I'm scared of I'm scared of seeing that I'm not good enough, right? And seeing my inadequacies, right? I feel like a lot of people feel that way. And when you face this, I think you become better. You feel more confident. We just are able to go through the journey that's just going to make you feel not good enough, make you see your limitations, and then you go and just try to explode them, try to expand your capacities, expand your ability, expand your reach of being able to do more things, basically. All right, I hope you like that. I hope it serves you. Just, if you find it valuable, that means that you're going through some kind of struggle to make a decision. Write down what I just said. Write down in steps. Like, if you need to go rewind this part of the podcast, go do it right now and just actually apply it. You don't even need to watch the rest of the podcast right now. Come back to it later. The most important thing is just actually implementation. If you get this information right now from me, the inspiration that you get, maybe, I hope so. If you don't apply it, it just doesn't serve you. I hope you're just not, consuming mindlessly right now, right? I'm creating content because I think it's really useful. But like anything, you could take it and make something unuseful of it by not applying it. So please apply it. Next thing. So I ordered recently from Amazon. And I'm not the biggest purchaser of online purchases. Wait, it's getting like, if you're seeing the podcast right now, it's not looking good because the sun is down. All right, I'm going to light it up a little bit. I don't know if it's better this way. I think it is. It's a little bit too much on me. Okay. Wait a second, guys. It's gonna be worth it because I ordered something from Amazon and I got a little surprised. Why did I get surprised? Well, the reason is that I'm not, first of all, used to order too much things online. Just buying things in general. I just don't make that many purchases. But and also in France, I think the logistics and the progress that Amazon makes and the big companies make here that are international, it's just a little slower here in France. I think like maybe a little later we get like new features and new progress here later than you get in the United States, for example, or maybe even in England. I think so. I was not expecting that basically, and what I was not expecting is to get my orders faster, earlier than the date that Amazon told me. And you might think, okay, what's the big deal with this? Well, it made me happy. I was like, those guys are good. Like Jeff Bezos is not joking around. Like this guy knows how to satisfy his customers. Like he makes you expect something, and then he exceeds these expectations. And that's really key. When you just, that's the struggle also to make, because when you're trying to sell, when you're trying to market your product or services, you're trying to, sell a lot and make people expect a lot of things so that they actually buy, they actually go through the purchase and actually just get their wallet out and purchase. But it's hard to just mediate, be careful with this, to not make it so that their expectations are not met. If you just sell too much and you make too much huge promises that you cannot deliver on, your customers are going to be, not satisfied, not even satisfied. But the goal is not to get your customer satisfied, because I was not satisfied when I got my order early. I was like delighted. I was like, wow, that's just great. I'm happy. I'm surprised. I was like, my expectations were exceeded. I was like, wow, this is a great company. These people care about me. I was like, okay, this is like cool. And one thing even more than that is when I got this, and it made me get Amazon Prime. So they get even more money by exceeding my expectations, right? And actually, I haven't paid yet. I think it's a 30-day trial. But anyway, I got on Amazon Prime and I ordered again. And guess what? I just like getting my order the next day just blew my mind. To be honest, like I never did that. I never received my order online the next day. It never happened. I was always like, okay, when I make an order online, I'm expecting 2 weeks. I don't know if I just don't order that much, right? And 1 week, 2 weeks, that's average. If I receive it in 3 weeks, I'm starting to go, okay, that's not normal, right? But if I receive it the next day, I'm just so impressed. I just like, I don't have any words to describe that. Like, what kind of experience is this? I was like, wow. It inspired me. I was like, this is the feeling that I need to get my customers. I need to give to my customers. I need to exceed their expectations. I need to go further and beyond what they expect. What they would think it's normal. It's normal. I would have gotten my order next week. I was like, and I was not surprised to say with the Amazon Prime thing. I was just like, I didn't realize that they were actually going to deliver like next day. I was like, okay, it's going to be faster, way faster. Maybe like 2-3 days, right? Next day, what? and they might have made a long-term customer with this, right? And this is the way you need to solve problems, because right now you might think, and I was thinking this too. I was thinking, okay, all the problems that I need to go and face, all the pain and suffering I need to face to be able to give this kind of customer experience. And you might think, okay, it's not worth it. Not it is. It is worth it. Not only for the money, but also for your growth. Like when you do that, you don't need to think of the problems and all the suffering. And first of all, if you're just not having it, you didn't even start in business, don't even think about this, right? Don't think about delighting your customer. Just think about selling something and not scamming people, right? That's the goal in the beginning. But when you get to practice, just the goal is not just to have satisfied customers. The goal is to have delighted customers, so they just come back again and again. And yeah, I was like, okay, I need to do this as well. And then immediately I thought, oh my god, it's gonna be so hard, right? Exactly. That's the goal. It's going to be super hard. But you just commit. You just decide you're gonna do this because the reason why you need to do this is strong enough. It's worth it. You think about it and you just go through it. Just one step at a time. Don't think about all the steps that you're going to, like, with this my YouTube channel. If you don't follow me on my YouTube channel, if you're not a subscriber, just like go there and just, it's pretty great value too. I didn't commit to just, okay, I need to build the best audience possible. I need to have the best value proposition and just have the best setup right away and struggle myself with all of those problems. Actually, in the beginning, I did. You know what? I quit. I quit because I was putting too much pressure on myself. I quit because I was seeing too much of the problems, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make this a habit, the simplest habit possible. I'm going to focus on just recording a video of me talking about whatever it is, right? And this is what I'm doing with this podcast. Also, right now I'm just trying to prepare some kind of subject so that it's just a little bit more interesting for you, and it's like I know what I'm going to be talking about, and I know that it's going to be delivering value to you, so that I just don't record things for nothing at the same time. But ultimately, like, I also started this podcast to be able to communicate better, right? To expand my skills. Just like the process for me is actually like worth it. It's not just the end result. Like, I don't care if I make a lot of views. It would be like, I wouldn't say no to that, but I care about just the process, like actually filming that and getting better at it, getting better at delivering value to people, right? And trying to help you guys as well. Like, if I can help one or two guys right now, like, I just like, cool, it was worth it, right? And so yeah, I just like, don't think your way to all of the problems down the road toward achieving your goals, because it overwhelms you. It's just like you feel so overwhelmed that you just don't even start. You procrastinate, right? This is the point. This is the where you procrastinate, because you're just feeling and you're focusing too much on all the problems, all the things that could go wrong, and you just don't get to the right root cause of this. Focus on one step at a time. Focus on the next thing that you can do right now. Make it as simple as possible to start. Have as little friction as possible toward the action that you need to take, and you're gonna take it, because it's gonna be so easy to take that you're gonna take it. If you just need to go walk to the gym to have, made it, to have like actually done, the right thing, you just have achieved your goal just by walking to the gym, making it your goal basically. It's gonna be easy. If you think about, okay, I need to train and I need to program myself on 3 months and have a really rigid structure and need just get my health together at the same time, get my nutrition, get my program right, get a personal trainer, get all of those things, you're going to procrastinate. You're not even going to start. You just need to focus on the right next action, as simple as possible. And then you actually start, and you feel like, Okay, it's pretty easy. Now I can get a little more friction. Okay, I can do things a little bit harder. But don't be scared of the problems, of the struggle, and of the pain. Change the meaning of this toward, okay, this is the only way I'm making progress. And if I want to succeed, if I want to become free, that's the only way. And it's worth it. I hope you like that. I hope you subscribe, you join the podcast. I hope this was valuable for you. I think it was. Just apply it. Like, actually apply the things that we talked about if you struggle with this right now. And I'll see you on another podcast.